Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kim Zolciak gets police involved as divorce with Kroy heats up. Kim Zolciak and her divorce from Kroy Biermann have really started to heat up recently. After it looked like Kroy was giving their marriage a second chance, he served the former Real Housewives of Atlanta star with divorce papers over the weekend. He then pulled a stunt that caused Kim to get the police involved in the case. Here is why Kim called the police and what is next for her and Kroy. Kroy Biermann filed for divorce from Kim Zolciak once again, and then he did something that caused his estranged wife to call the police. While they have been battling all year, and this is the second divorce notice, they have kept living together in the same house. Kroy decided to put that to the test, and he locked the former Real Housewives of Atlanta star out of the house and left a soul pillow outside the door for her. Police documents via Radar Online said that Kim Zolciak called the police to report a domestic disturbance. She said no one was in danger but that Kroy had threatened her. She also said she called a locksmith to come and drill into the door to get her into the house. Officers showed up and eventually left the scene around 1 a.m. According to the police, the couple's children were all asleep when the incident occurred. It appears that the couple spoke to the police about their relationship and their constant attempts to one-up each other. The former Real Housewives of Atlanta star claimed that Kroy might have CTE, causing him brain damage from his NFL playing days. Kroy continues to allege that Kim has a gambling addiction that is driving them further and further into debt, and already wiped out their life savings. Kim's own daughter Brielle has even given evidence of her mother's gambling problems. Kroy Biermann and Kim Zolciak have been headed for divorce for most of the year. However, Kroy did an about-face in July and decided to fight for his marriage. There was one problem with the situation. They are still in severe financial problems, and they blame each other. For Kroy, it is Kim's reported gambling addiction that caused him to finally throw in the towel. Kroy filed for divorce again on August 23, saying the marriage was irretrievably broken. According to reports, this happened after they had another huge fight, once again about her gambling issues and their money problems. Kroy has sought sole physical and legal custody of their 4 minor children, KJ, Cash, Kaya, and Kane. He also wants alimony and child support. He also asked for the house in his divorce papers. What are your thoughts about Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann's most recent incident? Is there any way this entire mess can end peacefully? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Kim Zolciak, the vivacious reality star known for her time on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, is no stranger to drama, but the current chapter in her life seems to be playing out more like a thriller than a reality TV saga. Her high-profile divorce from former NFL player Kroy Biermann, once seen as one of reality TV's most solid couples, has taken a dark and unexpected turn. With tensions boiling over, Kim has now involved the police as the situation between her and Kroy reaches a critical point. It all started months ago when Kim and Kroy's seemingly fairy tale marriage began to crack at the seams. The couple, who share 6 children, had always projected a united front, living an extravagant life filled with luxury cars, a sprawling mansion, and even a high-end skincare line. But behind the scenes, financial troubles were brewing, and so was a growing resentment that neither could hide anymore. Initially, news of the divorce shook their fan base but wasn't entirely surprising. The couple's lavish spending habits, combined with mounting debt, had made headlines for years. Their extravagant lifestyle included expensive cars, designer clothes, and gambling trips to Las Vegas, Kim's personal vice. Rumors of bankruptcy swirled, but they always managed to stay afloat until they couldn't. The divorce papers were filed, and that's when things got ugly. Instead of a quiet separation, the divorce proceedings between Kim and Kroy turned into a public spectacle. Accusations flew in both directions. Kim alleging that Kroy had become controlling and emotionally abusive, while Kroy painted a picture of Kim as reckless with their finances and spiraling into behavior he could no longer tolerate. Tensions escalated further when Kroy made the bold move of seeking sole custody of their children. This was a shock to many, as the couple had always been seen as doting parents who would do anything for their kids. Kroy's claim that Kim's gambling addiction had spiraled out of control and was negatively impacting their children's well-being added fuel to an already blazing fire. In response, Kim fired back, accusing Kroy of trying to manipulate the legal system to gain control of their assets and children. But nothing could have prepared fans for the latest twist in this bitter saga, Kim calling the police. Reports emerged that tensions had reached a boiling point at the Bierman mansion, a property they had once flaunted on reality TV but now seemed more like a battleground. According to sources close to the situation, an argument between Kim and Kroy spiraled out of control one evening, leading Kim to contact authorities for assistance. When the police arrived, it became clear that the situation had escalated beyond mere words. According to reports, the dispute involved allegations of property damage and verbal threats. While no arrests were made, the presence of law enforcement brought the gravity of the situation into focus. This was no longer just a high-profile divorce, it was a full-blown domestic dispute. Kim's decision to involve the police marks a turning point in her messy separation from Kroy. For years, she had been able to maintain a larger-than-life image, always in control of her destiny. But now, it seems that the cracks in her carefully curated world are beginning to show. The woman who once preached, ask, believe, receive, now finds herself locked in a bitter battle, with no clear end in sight. The involvement of the police has only intensified the already high stakes of the divorce. With allegations of emotional abuse, addiction, and financial ruin swirling around them, both Kim and Kroy are fighting to protect their reputations as well as their assets. For Kim, who has always prided herself on being a savvy businesswoman and a devoted mother, the prospect of losing custody of her children or her home is unthinkable. Kroy, on the other hand, seems determined to paint himself as the responsible parent, doing whatever it takes to protect his children from what he sees as Kim's erratic behavior. Friends of Kroy have reportedly expressed concern for his well-being, describing him as exhausted and emotionally drained from the constant fighting. The once happy couple is now engaged in a war of words, each trying to outmaneuver the other in a legal and emotional battle that seems to have no winners. As the divorce continues to heat up, many are left wondering how things got to this point. Just a few years ago, Kim and Kroy seemed like the perfect couple, madly in love, always laughing, and living a life that many could only dream of. But as their financial troubles mounted and their relationship deteriorated, it became clear that not everything was as perfect as it appeared. The police involvement has also raised questions about the future of Kim's career. With her reputation on the line, can she continue to be a successful reality star and entrepreneur? Will her fanbase continue to support her through these difficult times? Or will the ongoing drama take its toll on her public image? Despite the tumultuous events, Kim has remained defiant. She took to social media after the police incident, posting cryptic messages about strength and resilience, hinting that she is far from backing down. In typical Kim Zolciak fashion, she is determined to keep fighting, whether it's for her kids, her fortune, or her dignity. However, the question remains, at what cost? The once glamorous life that Kim and Kroy shared now seems to be crumbling before their very eyes. Their divorce, already one of the most talked about in recent memory, is quickly turning into something much darker and more complicated. As the legal battle continues, the involvement of law enforcement may be just the beginning. With both parties digging in their heels and the stakes growing higher by the day, there's no telling how far this bitter divorce will go or what other shocking developments may emerge. One thing is certain, For Kim Zolciak and Kroy Bierman, the drama is far from over.